Here are 9 signs of a female vulnerable narcissist. 1. She refuses to accept responsibility. Anytime a female vulnerable narcissist feels criticized or slighted in any way, her ego will set its crosshairs on the person who delivered this information and seek to annihilate them. This is the only way her ego can keep her fantasy reality alive and protect the narcissist from the truth that she is not a perfect superior goddess. Here's how she evades accountability. She projects her disowned wounds onto others, effectively absolving herself of the burden. She gaslights others so she can rewrite the storyline to suit her agenda. She emotionally blackmails others into doing what she wants using fear, obligation, and guilt. And she blames others for the things that she's doing, so she doesn't have to bear the responsibility. 2. She plays the victim. Female vulnerable narcissists often adopt an innocent or victim role, so they don't have to take responsibility for their actions. She intentionally manipulates others into going along with her pity party, to energetically drain them without their awareness. When confronted, she'll use guilt to portray those who refuse to play along as the ones neglecting responsibilities and being abusive. 3. She treats others like slaves. The vulnerable narcissist is very unlikely to find herself in a position where she's receiving adulation through fame, leadership, or anything else that feeds her delusions of grandeur. So, she will set up her home life in a way that synthetically gives her the same feelings of power and superiority. She's more than happy to kick back on her throne, usually the couch, and get her family to run around after her like slaves. She believes that her goddess-like status entitles her to VIP treatment, even though she's done nothing special to deserve it. 4. She devalues others to elevate herself. The female vulnerable narcissist lacks the self-confidence to be outstanding, so she undermines those around her to boost her own self-esteem. She uses subtle tactics like disguised insults and backhanded compliments, with a seemingly pleasant demeanor to destabilize others, without outwardly attacking them. 5. She's passive-aggressive. The female vulnerable narcissist indirectly expresses her thoughts or opinions in a subtle way, rather than just coming right out and saying them. The purpose of this tactic is to avoid direct confrontation, while still being able to manipulate and control the emotions and actions of others. This indirect technique allows her to maintain her appearance of innocence and victimhood, while actually being cruel. 6. She weaponizes guilt. Female vulnerable narcissists will use your empathy and compassion against you every single time. Her whole identity is wrapped up in being the biggest victim, so anytime something doesn't go her way, she'll easily turn on the tears to appear vulnerable and helpless. She knows that compassionate people will fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. 7. She's a masterful gaslighter. Female vulnerable narcissists are expert gaslighters, with emotional blackmail being their specialty. The purpose is to mess with people's reality, by tampering with their memory, perspective, and version of events. Gaslighting tactics include countering your memory, denying conversations and events, withholding communication and affection, invalidating and belittling, plus diverting the focus off themselves and onto someone else. 8. She's emotionally empty. When you bring up your own issues with the female vulnerable narcissist, you'll often be met with emotional unavailability and lack of empathy. Yet, when she is going through something difficult, she expects unwavering loyalty and compassion from others. There is an emotional emptiness in the vulnerable narcissist, because there is nothing authentic inside of her. Lastly, 9. She throws adult tantrums. When a female vulnerable narc has a narcissistic injury, she will lash out in rage, spewing her unhealed wounds all over the person who dared to bring them to her attention in the first place. A narcissistic injury is where one of her deep wounds has been triggered, yet since she refuses to acknowledge it, she instantly projects it outward as fast as possible. Another instance where she'll fly into an adult tantrum is when she simply isn't getting her way, and none of her manipulation tactics are working. Female vulnerable narcissists are fundamentally stuck at the emotional maturity level of a child. You can witness this the most when she fails to get what she wants and starts kicking and screaming like an oversized toddler.